Hi, this is Kathy from the White Pigeon Library. We've got some new books. This one really isn't new, but it was donated. It's from 2015, but it's The Fantastic Laboratory of Dr. Weigel, which just sounds wonderful. It's by Arthur Allen, and it's about a Christian and a Jewish doctor, both doctors, who fought the Nazis in interesting ways. Dr. Weigel was the one who came up with the typhus vaccine, and he was granted special status as a Jewish doctor in order to produce this vaccine because the Nazis really needed it. So he produced it, but he produced diluted versions that he sent to the Nazis and then smuggled correct versions to the Polish Jewish ghettos. So he saved a lot of people. He also managed to hide people in his lab because they pretty much left him alone. And then one of the lab workers, a Christian, was sent to Buchenwald, and he was a gifted immunologist. And so while he was there, he helped sabotage some of the sadistic medical trials that were going on there. And they really just stand out as, what do they say, the great acts of moral and intellectual heroism of World War II. Sounds fascinating, I think. Fantastic Laboratory of Dr. Weigel. Then we've got The Last Sinner, Lisa Jackson. It's set in New Orleans. It's about some detectives and a killer that looks like he's back from the dead because he's already been killed. A serial killer who's a fake priest, and he used rosaries to strangle people. And he seems to have returned, or else it's a copycat killer, and now he's sort of coming for the detective. So, another Lisa Jackson. We got a really good children's book called Schnauzer and Tater Toes Take a Hike, Rick Stromoski. And kids love this. I think it's either called a comic book or a graphic novel. I'm not really sure. But I read a little bit of it. It seemed pretty funny. And it's about these two dogs, cartoon dogs, who decide to visit one of their mothers, and they go through the woods and encounter everything from bears to bees to fairy tale characters, quicksand, nose spiders, whatever those are. Looks like fun, and I'm sure the kids love this series. And we've got Between Two Kingdoms by Suleika Jaouad, and I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but it's a memoir about a woman who was diagnosed with leukemia and then underwent treatment and was very ill for 4 years. And then she was declared cured, so she left the hospital and then had to figure out how to live again. And she started on a 15,000-mile road trip in order to meet people who had written to her while she was ill. And she went to visit prison inmates, a teenage cancer victim, teachers, students, and apparently it's a very good memoir. So that's what we've got this week. Have more. Thank you.